Blessing
Okay.
and welcome. My name is Dasha Love, and I'm a manifesting coach, spiritual teacher, joined together today with amazing goddesses, Lori and Aya. Lori is a badass transformation consciousness coach, helping the leaders of the world really unleash and stop being sleeping lions. And Aya is a badass holistic coach with an emphasis on psoriasis. Psoriasis. So today we are joining to have this beautiful mastermind on the process of the flow, because this is the flow week we've been working on from my coaching, and we're going to have just a three-way mastermind about the flow, the process, the things that we've implemented, and if any of us are seeing some blind spots, I want to welcome us to give suggestions with an open heart. But before we do that, the thing we do always is first close our eyes and just set the container. And just take a couple of deep breaths to be present. We call forth high vibrational beings, our best self, those living, those who have passed, to be with us here now. As we allow for the codes, for the hacks, for the downloads to be received from the divine and communicated through our throat chakra. I welcome us to just allow for the spirit to speak, because we may even surprise ourselves what comes through, that we may have not had realizations around. I want to welcome us today to have some new aha moments, to use this time as a conduit for our personal and collective growth, to be a little bit more vulnerable, to make this beautiful conversation and co-creation and sharing really impactful to each one of us. I want to bring in a little bit more love, a little bit more compassion for ourselves, because we've been working really hard. And it's okay, we're exactly where we're supposed to be now. You may now open your eyes. Thank you for being here. Flow. What does it even mean?
Yeah, I think that's a good question, you know. It's the acceptance of being where you are right now. Acceptance that you are at the right place, right moment. And it was easier for me to say I was, you know, in the perfect flow in Tulum, but I'm also in the perfect flow at my parents' house. Yeah, with everything that is going on around. It's the perfect flow.
Oh, that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. So you've accepted your path, your steps to where you're going, even when sometimes there's a bumpy road and there's people that don't understand.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I'm here. First days I was, I don't get to do what I wanted to do on my coaching program. I'm not on the schedule. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the other, and so on. And flow is like accepting the acceptance of what comes towards me and these amazing things that I'm doing, and really appreciating myself for all the work I'm already doing, rather than thinking I haven't done something else, So yeah, I'm embracing this flow I am in.
Yeah. What about you, Ayush? What does flow mean for you?
Flow is a state. Flow is when I feel like I'm really in flow. You're so in the present moment, and the awareness that you're in the present moment, and you're not even thinking about not being in the present moment, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. The don't should all over yourself, don't shit all over yourself. It's doing what you feel is the best thing you can do for yourself moving forward, but by doing it in the moment and then staying in that to benefit you for future or for the present. So you're like, I know that, and this comes a lot into habits, knowing that the yoga is best for you to do. So just doing it without thinking, maybe I don't want to do it today, maybe I'm sore, getting out of that and being like, I said I was going to do this, do it. And then being appreciative of being in the moment of yoga versus, okay, great, I'm doing the yoga, what do I have to do after this? Like getting out of the mind and more into the being, but also being able to keep checking yourself that you're doing what you want to do because you know the steps that are going to take you into the future, and by choosing the right steps. And just by being in flow, you can feel it in your body. You can feel when your body doesn't feel like you're fighting the whole time. It doesn't feel like an uphill battle. You know that it feels right. You get to the end of the day and you're like, I had a good day. Like, it was a big day. I had a good day. You don't even know what day it is, but you know you were doing the right things. That's flow.
Thank you. Flow is definitely a way of being. And for me recently, it was a way to cross the things on the list that I know I want to do, but they will have their own time of getting done, and being laser focused on the one thing, on the one mission that I have to complete, and honoring that commitment of showing up and completing it because I said I'm going to, even when I'm tired.
So tired.
It's honoring, yeah, the commitment and really just saying no. Because there's, like Lori, you taught me as well, like so many new shiny things. That this idea of oneness is that they will all manifest at the right time. And flow is just like making a conscious choice to put focus on something that is most important and letting go of all other things that are so beautiful and yes, I want to do, knowing that they will be done at the right time by me or someone else. And it's just like seeing the progress every day toward the big vision. Doing the daily rituals to just like keep focused, like to stop giving the monkey mind this ability to control and just be like, shut the fuck up, like a little barking dog. To me, flow is like just taking command of the mind that wants to crap all over me every other day. That's like, are you sure this is it? Or go do that. And it's like, shh, quiet. And like, just like continuously doing my daily live videos because I made a commitment, even when I really don't feel like it, because when I'm done, I feel like I've overcome myself, and it's like overcoming myself over and over again, conditioning myself that I'm not this mind, that I'm not this tired body. And also like knowing when to take a break and step away and be like, okay, I've been going for 5-6 days. I'm a little delusional right now. So like I was the other day because I've been waking up so early, and just like make myself do nothing. Instead of trying too hard, because I've already been going for 5-6 days. The doing nothing brings forth these amazing ideas, because I'm just allowing myself basically to integrate all of the doing that I've been going. And the impulses and ideas come from this nothingness, from this void of just knowing I've done my best, I've done all I could, and now I need to let my body and my mind relax. And like really great ideas come from that place of the relaxation.
I like
Beautiful.
We forget that ideas and inspiration come from source, and you can only hear source when you're quiet and when there's nothing happening in the monkey mind. And a mentor of mine talks about how good are your guardian dogs, or whatever animal you want to pick, like the guardian dogs to your brain. Your brain is everything, and the more you can control your brain and what thoughts you allow in, like if you catch yourself thinking something ridiculous, like if you're in the middle of like downloading and writing and you're like, oh, I have to do the dishes, you're just like, what? No. You're just like, I'm not giving you space. So you're like, that's not coming into my thought and my brain. And you literally have to, like the guards have to be like, not now. And you have to stop that. And you're like, okay, and refocus onto the most important thing. But really the watcher of what's actually happening in the brain, and what you allow in and what you allow to sit, or you like allow to just keep going through that. Oh, but what if I have to, like this, creating the story, like, no, what do I have to do now? So like the guardian of your brain.
I like what you said, like visualizing, like picking an animal, whether it's like a dog or a wolf or something, that's gonna be more powerful than the drunk monkey mind. And at that moment, like let's say if it's a dog, then it's be like, shh, stop barking, stop. Like really like giving the mind the command, just like you would if the dog was doing something or pulling on you. Because it's really the same thing, because it's like blah, blah. And if you give into this, then you're gone. Now you are no longer focused on your vision, and you're no longer in your flow. Now you're given in to the collective, to the story, to the mind, which will never stop talking.
Yeah, it's what works for me, and what I heard before is like, don't go into a street fight with your mind. Yeah, because you hear, why you are saying that? Why you came up with that garbage? I don't want to have that thing in my mind. Not now. Leave me alone. You know. And then you make it even, it grows because you fight with it, so you give it importance. So then sometimes some stuff come and I'm like amused. It's okay. Oh my God, is that thing come? And now I just let it go like clouds. Let it go like clouds. It happened to me when I arrived here, and I was always like fighting with my mind till I realized, okay, I'm doing that. So I have to let it go, because I'm too attached by what my mind is doing. So being against my mind and trying to fight with it, there is no point in that. I have to detach from it.
And how do you do that?
It's just that don't give importance to those things, you know, rather than say, oh my God, why I'm thinking this now? I didn't used to think this before I arrived here. Why is this happening now? You know, like putting more pressure on me and identifying with something that, with someone that is thinking those thoughts, right? Yeah, that was the problem.
Good job.
I have a question, Lori, for you too.
Yeah.
So we were all in Tulum. And so even you knowing you were going to leave, and even when you were here, the question of what do you think that London is going to have for you, or Romania is going to have for you that you don't have here now? What are you looking for outside of yourself? Have you found that? Or is there more awareness of what's happening in the moment versus the next? Like, has there been some clarity on how your brain works?
On how my brain works on in all these different environments? Oh my God, I wish I could say I'm not affected by the environment, but I am, you know. It's just it is so important, the environment, the people you have around, what's going on there. It's like probably when I will go higher on this scale of consciousness, maybe I won't be affected, and I really want to be there, but I'm not there. This is the truth, you know. It's like I am influenced because from the weather, the way I deal with people, and everything that I say lands in a different way and is understood in with a different frequency. So the way I speak to you and the way you understand me is not the same with how other people understand me. You get me?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so what I used to share with you is misunderstood by people here. So now I have to become aware of again of who they are, where is their thinking, and that they might be triggered, and not only that. I don't want to get to, you know, I don't want to go in unnecessary discussions if I know the people are not ready yet, you know. So now I'm aware that I might have that conversation in a different way with them, rather than me sharing my story and then being triggered by my stories, you know. As I shared with you, like I said, okay, my friends there and they do this and they're so aware and whatever, and the response, what I am not aware, I'm not good enough as friend now. I'm like, no, it wasn't about that, you know. So now I have to be careful, because what I say is not understood in the same way. It's not. So to answer your question, if I was looking for something else, you know, the reason I came was that I had responsibilities that I had to deal with. So I couldn't just, you know, run away from my old life and just decide to stay there forever. Maybe I could have done that, but the way I identify myself as a person is like, I want to still be responsible, you know. And what I get out of this experience, I think, is useful, because I will go again through all these layers from a different perspective. And the next step is that I will come again to a new level of understanding, to be able to communicate to these people that I'm going to work with, because they are there and I'm here, and I need to find the language and the way to communicate things so that they understand me, you know, for the right message, the truth message.
Yeah, I think there's Yeah, thank you for that.
Mm.
I think that like through all our work, and we're all coaches, and so knowing also what's right for us, we cannot carry everybody, because there's so many people who just aren't there yet within themselves, and that's perfectly okay. So do we get to choose to be more selective with our friends and our clients? I don't think clients should be any different. I don't feel like I have to carry a client. I don't feel like I need my desire for who I want to work with is someone who's already there, who understands what I'm saying to them, and they're able to understand it the way I express it. I don't want to have to dull down my message just so they understand. And if they're not on the same frequency, I've been turning people down. People have asked me, so you won't work with me? And I said, no. But I'm also realizing that I can't help the way I want to help because they haven't met themselves there. And it's not my job to do that piece of work for them.
Yeah.
And within the friend group, it's the same thing. I hold people really accountable to the work, because I also recognize that, like with all of us, we're friends, but there's a reason why we're friends. It's because there's growth in all aspects of life, whether it's work or whether it's life, it's the same thing. It's not different.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be different. I think Dasha had a big lesson on this one last week too.
Yeah. Just to quickly say thank you for that beautiful transmission that you just gave us about your life. I appreciate that, for your answer, for your honesty. And I feel like, before I touch on that, I feel like the environment is huge. Like, it could either make us move forward toward what we are creating, because everything is energy, everything is frequency. And when we throw ourselves into a frequency that doesn't serve us, like, ultimately we either bounce out because we don't belong there, it's not serving us, or we scoop down to where that frequency is. It's like people that stay in relationships and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, but the sex is good, great, and then there's nothing else. Ultimately, we scoop down to the level of the other person if we allow ourselves to stay somewhere where we feel like we're not growing. And this was the biggest download that I had with Aya, just like in the last 2 weeks, that like business, friendship, life is all in the same. I don't have to separate, like, having conversations with my friends that don't serve my personal growth. Like, hey, how's the weather? Blah, blah, blah. If they're not somehow benefiting or helping me or have a higher vision, and I'm somehow not benefiting them, there's no point in even being in those frequencies. I mean, I can say hi, but like, to maintain myself in that environment doesn't serve me, because I'm not growing. And ultimately, the purpose is to grow and to be in the light and to showcase my gifts. And the only way I could do that is by choosing my time wisely, the space that I've created around me very wisely, so I can be more of myself and step into my power fully, and eliminate slowly all those things that I may not see at the moment that are weighing me down. So now, like, a new environment to live in, I feel fully supported, and I feel like I can hear my own voice. As much as I loved living in communities before, I'm really sensitive to energy. And as much as I got done in beautiful projects, I've taken on the energies of other people. And now I don't have that anymore, because I've created a new environment, a new living space where I feel like I can hear my own voice, my truth, and I'm growing, and I'm only allowing people into the container that are helping me be the best version of myself. So like, the friendship, the business, and the growth are no longer separate. They are one and the same. And the answers and the help are coming from within the circle, from within the very select few that I hang out with. And I don't need quantity. All I need quantity. Yeah. All I need is quality of really good core group, mentors together, best friends that we grow together instead of a pool of a bunch of people or my old friends that are not serving my growth. Or even my parents, like constantly telling me, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? And it's annoying.
I know, I've been through that. That's why I'm here.
And I know that
Yeah.
I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be because I'm growing and I'm fully stepping into my power and I'm supported in it. And I wouldn't be able to feel like I'm supported anywhere else right now.
And one more aspect, I think there is a reason I'm here. And every time I've done something, I've been coming back to my friends. Like when I've done my coaching course in Holland, I brought the academy here. I put my family and through the training and, you know, my friends that they wanted to come. So I want to bring everyone with me. And that's why, of course, I have some gifts, and I'm gonna do a special ceremony with my mom and my brother, and they already agree that we're gonna go and do that in the forest. So that's exciting. And also with some of my friends, that's why I want to invite them to the retreats and to, because I want everyone to come further with me, right? I think we are connected in a mission, and I'm doing my best to align and then to be again on the same frequency. So I think it's something in me. I don't want to, if I discover something, I want to share with everyone so everyone can benefit. And of course, I won't insist, you know, but many people are curious and they want to jump on board and, you know, I'm not giving up on my old friendships just for the fact that, okay, they're not there yet, because I know some of my old friends, they want to come on board. They are interested. They are thirsty for more. So yeah, this is why I'm here.
Yeah. Everyone has a different purpose, and you're super strong. And I think yours is being a leader in that manner for introducing people to the psychedelic world and to personal growth. And that's beautiful. And that's your mission.
Yeah. So yeah, I embrace what it is, you know. It's harder when you are the first one and less understood till everybody gets it. But this is it. This is the way.
But
Yeah.
remember now, you feel like you're the first one, but your tribe that's even higher than you is looking at you. So it's like, I don't know which one of you guys said it last time, or I don't know who said it, maybe Thor, somebody, that it's like, if you are still with your old self, with the people that are in old frequency, then you're not making room for that new, those new mentors to come in, because they're like stuck in the old vibration, looking at it, analyzing it, instead of saying, okay, I love these people, but I'm just going to choose to allow them to be. They don't get it because I'm in a different frequency, and now I'm going to make room for new, for somebody who's even higher than I am, that can pull me.
Yeah.
This is, I think I have one one period of that, and then I go back to give, and then I'm going up, and then I'm giving, and so on. I think this is how it works for me.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
We
Good
talked
job.
about this.
Yeah.
The awareness that the balance within your own world. And this is for anybody to think about. So if you think of it in thirds, to have people, friends and people you're working on, like things like this is people who you feel met in the same process. And then having 30% of the people that are above you having mentorship and people who are way smarter than you so you can grow. And then also having maybe old friends that are, if you are different from them, but you know way more than they are. Like, imagine when we were at that stage, what that person meant to us, who was our guide. We have to be all pieces of it, but it has to be a little bit more balanced. You don't want to have no mentors and be the teacher to everybody. You have to have some balance. So if you have just all your friends at your level, which I think is the big one. If you have friends at your own level and people you're teaching, but you have no mentors, you're stopping your own growth. So just kind of thinking about that balance.
Yeah, that's a good point.
A few people just like you,
and then people you're helping.
A few people you're helping. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's like the eeny, meeny, miny, and you're in the
Yeah.
middle of this pyramid. So you're reaching up to the people 30% or 33, whatever. Like
Mhm.
if it's 33, then you divide it by 3. So you are at a certain frequency.
Mhm.
33% of your circle is your mentors, people that are
Yeah.
pulling you up. And for example, for me right now, it's people that have made it in the story. They understand how to build stories. It's people that have made it through ClickFunnels. They've already done it. So that's my 33%. People that I'm coaching is people where I'm at, that are below me, right? Because I'm giving them the codes.
Mhm.
And my friends are the people that are exactly like me. So 33, 33, 33.
We're balanced,
Yeah.
I think. We're
Yeah.
quite balanced. We all have chosen mentors
Mhm.
that we spend time with, or we pay for programs that put us in the right circles. And it's the game of you have to pay to play.
Mhm.
And people aren't necessarily going to be friends with you if they run big companies. So you have to pay them to be friends with you. So that's how you get in. But that piece is really important.
Mhm. And for me, it's like everything that I've ever purchased, like to actually, like all the courses that I've done, all the ebooks, like 99% of the things that I've purchased, both physical books, ebooks, and courses, I have gone from beginning to end, and a lot of them multiple times. So
Mhm.
for the last like 5 years, like I have actually executed on the things that I have grabbed, that I felt that they were for me, instead of just grabbing it and letting them, be in my email inbox.
Stack of books beside your bed.
The stack of books beside your bed that makes you feel
for
smart.
years.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I have some of my favorite books here in the attic, so it's a good opportunity to access it. Yeah. And I have some of the copywriting courses that I haven't been through, and I have an opportunity now to have a look on that. So it's good that you reminded me about it.
The biggest thing I feel like for me, and you guys let me know if you resonate, is that all the answers to all the questions that we have are like right here.
We forget that we've so specifically chosen the containers we live in, and we're so sensitive to energies that we've already done the work, but that we don't realize the gifts that come with it. And it's really beautiful. I am super grateful to Dasha for this. And I think she's the one who thinks she's grateful, but I'm the one who thinks I'm grateful.
Oh.
No, I'm grateful. No, I'm grateful. It's
Oh, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the two of you. Oh.
It's so sweet. Thank you. Dashi's working on redoing her funnel and like rebranding some things. And she'll be like, hey, what about the format like this? And I was like, has to be simpler, has to be lined up. Do you see how this color codes? And she's just like, oh, you have a really good eye for this. You know, the joke of you don't know you're good at something because you're good at it because it's natural. It's like, oh, you're a good cook. I'm like, yeah, but I always cook. Like, it's normal. This I don't realize I'm good at, but I do. She's like, I don't know how to do this. And I was like, but she does the videos. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. She's like, oh, that's the easy part. I was like, oh, if we could just trade. If you just let me do that and you could do the videos, this would be great. But
yeah, this is why you have Aya. You have the capacity to simplify things, so to extract the core and say this, and this. What Dasha is coming with, she has tons of information.
Look, this, and I'm like,
yeah.
people need just this, just execute
There you
on
go.
this.
Yeah, what's the golden nugget? What's that one sparkle that someone can take?
Yeah.
They don't need 1,000 sparkles thrown at them. They're just like, this one thing can change your life. Just here, take this.
Yeah.
And I think I was thinking that I needed to teach everybody everything that I know, because that's the way that upsells work, where at the end it's not. It's like people just want a nugget.
Mhm.
And like having friends that have a higher vision for you, like when the frequency raises like yours, and now like you release with love all the old, like with love, you just choose not to be in the resonance, but you still love them. Once in a while you can say hi, but then you allow space for like more people like us to come through, and then it's like we are working together. Like she has a higher vision for me than I have for myself. You have a higher vision for me. I have a higher vision for you. I have a higher vision, and we ask each other for help, and we have different sets of eyes, different skill set, where it's like the answers are instantaneous, and I don't have to go looking for somebody to go proofread or look at something or ask somebody who's outside of me. She's right here, and it takes 2 seconds to fix it because she's got different eyes and a different skill set.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
so amazing.
Awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
And the fact that we are here and we're in resonance is because we have done the fucking work.
It is. This is what we said. The moment we met, within the first hour, she's looking at me and she's sitting in the sand. And she's like, thank you for doing the work. And I was like, thank you for doing the work. Like there was an instant knowing the way we're able to speak to each other, to understand. It's a trigger. And then you go, thank you for triggering me. That means there's something I need to grow, but I'm not going to be emotionally a mess externally, but I can figure out what that looks like within myself because I can do the work. Because I know it's not an attack, it's just the work, and that's the gift. So thank you for doing the work so I could do the work.
And
Yes,
we are so amazing at this. Like every time there's like one of us is spinning some kind of a story, it's like, hey, is this your story that you're telling yourself?
Yeah.
Or hey, like, are you taking this out on me? But like at the moment, and like with the triggers, we are we are at a level where we're like, like instead of projecting out, we're just like, yeah, you're right, it's me. Okay, I'm gonna go off and do my own thing, and I'm gonna go clear this out myself.
And there's so much truth that anybody else would have a freak out, like a freak out and get more and lash back more. I'm gonna tell her this story. I'm gonna tell her the story of a couple days ago in the morning.
Go ahead.
So we were, I was like, okay, we have to leave the house to meet Faisal at 10:30. And she's like, okay, so she's working upstairs, and she's like, I was in flow, and I go, it's 10:30. We're supposed to leave now. And she comes down, and I was like, how long is it going to take you? We're going to leave. And then she was like, and she like got a little fiery. And I was like, don't lash back at me because you're mad because you're late. That's not mine. And then she was like, it's fine. Can I have 5 minutes? But I'm okay being like, instantly being like, that's not mine. Check yourself. That's yours. You're being upset because you said you were going to leave, but now we're not on time. And she knew, she right away, she's like, okay, can I have 5 minutes? But being able to check yourself that quickly is so beautiful. Yeah. And me not feeling like I can't even say that because somebody else is going to be pissed off for a day. Like other people can't do the work that quickly.
I know.
If you said, hey, you know, you're not actually upset at me. You're upset at you because you didn't hold yourself accountable. Like, what? I'm not talking to you today.
And that used to be me.
But you give me 5 minutes, please. I was like, okay.
And it used to be, and I still feel it in my body, like the trigger. I'm just not giving it any power.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, instead of like giving it power like I used to, like letting it destroy my day, then I wouldn't get the lessons about the story and how to move forward from Faisal, because I'd be so caught up with the old energy. Instead of staying in that old energy, just kind of allowing for it to die down, and then being open again for brand new opportunity, learning, because there's no more of the old energy being harnessed inside. Because I'm like, and then we were on the scooter, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
She's like, I'm sorry, forgive me. And I was on the scooter. I was like, it's not mine. It wasn't mine. There's nothing to forgive it. I know it's not mine. Like, I don't feel as an attack. I was just checking, me like, hey. But it's easy. It's nice to be able to check that quickly and to move energy. But I think the way Dasha moved through it is so beautiful. And I think you do it as well. And I hope that I do it as quick. But when you don't give the energy away, but you actually go, oh, that is mine. Like the ownership that is mine, and I triggered myself, and I can see it without judgment and being upset at myself. And I forgive me, let's move forward. But being able to see that quickly,
Yeah, I do miss those downloads, daily downloads. Yeah. Yes, we will have to meet again, you know, to recreate the trio or somewhere else.
Mhm. Costa
Pyramid.
Rica, maybe.
It's a pyramid in Costa Rica, yeah.
Yeah, the friends are looking at about 250 acres right now.
So let me just close the
Awesome.
I just want to close the recording and then
Yeah.
we'll carry on.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Mhm.
beautiful flow conversation,
Mm.
mastermind container that the three of us goddesses, warriors of the light, have created here, and may this be beneficial for us, or if we choose to share it at any point, or if we look at it, 10 years down the road, that we can laugh at how amazing we were and are. So thank you. I want to just thank also vulnerability and speaking truth, and allow for all of the different downloads that we have now energetically shared with each other to sink into our own body, because we have each giving each other codes for the next step of our evolution. And I just want these codes to just get into the body, so that way our entire body knows what to do next, because we are reminded of the codes that we have received from our beautiful sisters here today in truth and harmony. I mean,
Hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.